Hello, everybody out there. How is it going? I am Andrew. Welcome to Flawless Rage 2, and welcome to a Saturday stream. Yeah, I don't usually stream on a Saturday, but there is a reason for it. I'll get into that later. We also do have a talking point as well tonight, so we'll get to that in just a little bit as well. Hope everybody's had a good weekend thus far. And yeah, let's get into doing a bit of this. So, I've got two projects on the go. There is going to be a third. And I'm wondering, do I go for one I'm doing? Or do I go for starting a new one? Interesting. So, the Dirty Laundromat, we'll go for that one. You've seen it before. That was what was the music venue and pub on a few streams back. I'm doing something else with it. It is, let's say, an adult entertainment club. Okay, yes, a bit of adult entertainment is what we need, okay? And that is what is going into the build now. This is the club. You recognize it from before. What I've done is I have built a second floor onto it. I've also put the staging in for the ladies' bar area as well. I've started upstairs, but where we're going to, I don't want to go there. Where we're going tonight is out here where it says staff only. I've built basically a room for the entertainers, let's say. In here, we need to put in quite a few things. So I'm going to start building them now. What I'm going to do is literally build a wall across and see how we get on with that. Come on. There we go. But yes, we have got a talking point tonight. Quite an interesting one as well, actually. So yeah, we're going to get into that pretty soon. See if the crew comes on. I do hope so. There we go. Right. Excellent. Yeah, this I had to rebuild the roof on because at first I did it. It was really, really low, and I thought that's just not going to work. So this is what was used to be the outside area. You can see that if I go to here, there's no space left. I basically made this from the outside area, and what I'm going to do here is literally make a bathroom area. I'm doing everything in my power for when I sell this, that asshole Bilo not to buy it. Because if there's one person in this game who deserves a good kick up the ass, it is Bilo. So there we go. I hope also you enjoyed my other videos. I put out the Eddie tribute match and also the finished house, or whatever the fuck it was. I can't remember now. Mini mall. That's it. I can't even remember what I'd see. I can't remember my own fucking builds here. Right. Okay, let's get this done, shall we? So first things first, the floor. It ain't going to take long to get in here done. Yeah, like I said, we do have quite a good talking point tonight, so stick around for that. That'll be up pretty soon. Okay. Lovely. Lovely. There we go. So I'm just putting a plain old floor down in here. This is just going to be a bathroom area. Because working in one of these places, you see, It can get quite hot and sweaty. Right. So, yeah. Let's get rid of that. Flooring's done. Next up, we should do something to these walls. I hope I'm looking too dark on stream. I'm looking. You can see what I'm doing, so it's okay. We'll go with it. What do we do? I mean, there's green marble tiles there. Can we change the colour? No, we can't. I know there's some marble on here. You can change the colour. I think, is it this one? No, that's cut pattern. Where is this fucker? It's this one, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Seeing as it's that type of club, I'm wondering if I should just do... I'm going to go purple. We'll have plenty of them because there's enough here to do. And let's see how this goes, shall we? Oh, I don't reach the top. Then that a bitch, huh? I knew fucking something like this. Right, okay, that's fine. We'll go around it again in a minute. I'll grab a ladder or something, and we'll finish it off. Honestly, the work I've been working on this since roughly a couple of days ago, and it's been a bit of a pain in the backside ever since then, to be perfectly honest with you, because having to build the stairs was the biggest problem. You know, turning this place into something else, you know, rebuying it again. It's nice to have the place back. But yeah, I am working on another project at the same time as I'm working on this, but you won't see that until the Christmas stream because it's going to be my Christmas house for this year. So we'll get into that one at some point. I'm going to do a little bit to it and then leave it. I'm not going to complete it. Completing it will be done on the date of the Christmas stream, which will be Tuesday, the 23rd of December. Okay, I don't stream on Christmas Eve. I never have. So, yeah, that's when that's going to be. And there's 2 live streams on that night, by the way, as well. There's going to be House Flipper. And I thought, should I do a wrestling show or should I do something different? We're going to have a bit of train sim. We're going to have a bit of train sim on there because I haven't done that in a while. Okay, well, I'm sure the crew will watch this again in a little bit. So let's get into the talking point of this evening, shall we? So, people and their ideals and what they believe in, you know, and trying to force it upon others. Number one, it's just plain fucking wrong. You could have, you know, it's sort of like when you see protesters, things like that. What they believe is right, you don't necessarily agree with, and you can think they're a fucking dickhead for doing it, but it is what they believe in, and so they do have the right to express their opinion. It's like it with anything, though. You know, it could be absolutely anything. I mean, I could sit here and say what I believe to be true, like, I don't know, let's say, hey, Kathy, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I could say heavy metal's the greatest genre in the world. And, you know, and people would some people will agree with me, some people won't. I can say, that a certain program is the best show in the world, and people will agree with me, and people won't. A lot of the time, I've had people talking about, when I speak about the paranormal and stuff. Now, I've expressed this before, and I've told you this before. I have actually had a paranormal experience, actually a couple of times, right? And when you tell people, they're sort of like, oh, no, really? Nah. It happened, And then you get these fuckwits who are sort of like, oh, all ghosts are this, all ghosts are like demonic, all ghosts are sort of like, demons or imps or, something to do with the demonic rain, and sort of like, every ghost is scary. It's not that. It doesn't happen. It's not that. Some ghosts are actually really cool. It would, Kathy. It definitely would. It definitely would, but, paranormal things have happened to me. I said it before on another live stream. I used to live in a flat. I felt like I was being watched for a week, and then things started to happen. I got breathing in my ear. My wife had the same thing happen. We even captured a picture of the spirit on camera, and it was like you were just looking at a solid figure. That's what we had. That's what we had. What we lived with. Hello, Pam. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're all good. Welcome. And that sort of like, that happened. So when people sort of like end up saying, "Oh, that didn't happen," things like that, they're trying to put their ideals onto you, and it doesn't happen. If somebody says something, it doesn't mean it's a fucking demon or it's, anything like that. It just means they're telling you something which happened to them, and you can choose to believe it or not. That's fair enough, but sometimes, you need to be a little bit careful with it. And I completely, I have no time for anybody who, wants to sort of like, wave a flag and be sort of like, oh, well, that couldn't have happened because this, and try and put logic behind it or something else. It doesn't work like that. I'm so, people just forcing ideals on you and their principles and the things that they believe in. Fair enough. They might believe in it, they might believe in it. I do myself believe in, like God and stuff. I do. I do accept Jesus as my Lord and Savior. I really do. Yeah, I'm a metalhead who's full of fucking tattoos and who watches paranormal shows, who listens to heavy metal, who, actually listened to a very good album today. If you like rock metal kind of thing, I do recommend Dogma. They are absolutely fucking brilliant. People have no right to force their opinions on it. I mean, that's the old saying, isn't it? Opinions are like arseholes. Everybody's got one. And, that actually rings to be true. It really does. Rings may have not been the best choice of words there, but you get the idea. You get what I'm meaning, right? It's what it is. And I would never, ever in a million years, force anybody to, force anybody in this entire world to believe in something that I don't, or to, anything. But listen to me talk about it. Let me, let me sort of like explain what's happened, and let me explain, what I believe in. And if you choose to believe it, great. If you don't believe it, that's also good. I mean, you see the protesters and stuff on the news, and yes, I personally believe that some of them are out of their tiny fucking tree. When it comes to like these Just Stop Oil ones and stuff, they are, oh, fucking hell. I mean, that's fucking the woke brigade gone fucking crazy, that is. But it's what they believe in. Kathy agrees there. It's what they believe in, so I guess they're fighting for some cause, and more power to them. We have protesters in the town where I live. Every single, oh God, the Palestine lot. Well, do you know what? You've hit the nail right on the head there, because that is what we get in the town where I live. Every time, every Saturday they're there preaching on the local park. They're preaching about Palestine and stuff, and whether I agree with it or whether I don't, it's what they believe in. Pam in the chat says, I've decided not to talk about anything that happens with my experience anymore. No, you do talk about things that happen with your experiences, and I'll tell you for why. Because it's more than welcome here, okay? I don't judge. I believe in the same kind of things that you do. I've had, you know, the real ones know what's going on, you know, with it. So don't, you know, oh, they are, yeah, 100%. You know, see, me and Kathy, there we're on the same sort of wavelength, you know. We're drinking from the same Kool-Aid, you know. And it's like, you know, fucking, it's just crazy. It really is. The amount that people think they can. Pam says thanks, but people think I am weird. Let them think what the fuck they want. It doesn't matter what other people think about you. It's what you think about you and what true friends think about you that counts. Fuck the other people who don't like it. They can go, you know, they can go and, you know, take a long walk off a very, very short fucking pier, in my view. You don't let anybody get you down like that. Ever. Ever. You know, not in a million years. You know, I've had people do that to me. No. It's all good. You talk about what the fuck you want here, and it is always welcome, and I always like to hear it. And Kathy says that, you know, the weird is, you know, what was it? Weird is amazing, Pam. Yes, it is. Weird is amazing. Normal is very, very boring. Very boring, you know. At the end of the day, also, you've got to think that what kind of lives must these people lead to, you know, to just sit there on their high fucking horse, you know, judging everything that sort of like you believe in, you agree with, and stuff like that. Yeah, we all do it from time to time, you know. I disagree with a lot of things that are going on. And yes, I will let my opinion be known. But that's just me. That's who I am. My opinion is my opinion. It doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. It doesn't reflect on anybody else. That is my opinion and mine alone. For instance, right now, the doctor strikes, right, that they've got going on. I know they are all, you know, overworked and everything. But I personally think instead of letting people suffer at this time of year when people are getting ill, instead of having car horns fucking blaring at you just because you're women and you got tits and all the drivers want to do is, you know, all you got to do, you know, just because the drivers want to see you bounce up and down, so your knockers fucking, you know, go, you know, flying. I mean, fuck, I'm a bloke. I'd like to see that myself, but it doesn't really, you know. It doesn't really sort of like, you know, matter. I mean, that whole doctors thing, a lot of people are disagreeing with it. It's completely fucking out of order, you know, and nobody has the right to, you know, some people believe in it. Kathy says doctors get paid enough, surely. Well, yes, they do. They had, you know, they always, you know, they've been on strike before. Loads of people have been on strike, postal service, all back when the event happened 5 years ago. But, you know, it's when sort of like people go ahead and sort of like, you know, you get where I'm coming from, right? It's just fucking ridiculous the amount of times that, you know, these things happen. But once again, it's something that they believe in. And so they're gonna go, you know, running with it, and that is their prerogative to do so. You know, I don't agree with it myself, but you know, at the end of the day, what are they? You know, they protested because they want more fucking money, which just goes to show they don't really give two fucks about, you know, anybody. People can get fucking ill. And, you know, people can get ill and fucking, it doesn't matter. We're outside with a piece of cardboard in our hand because we want an extra 20 quid. You know what I mean? That is how I view it. That is how I see it. That is my opinion alone. So, yeah, nobody really has the right to go ahead and judge anybody, you know. So, yeah, nobody has the right to judge anybody. If you believe in paranormal stuff, you shout it from the rooftops. If you believe that Just Stop Oil and stuff are, doing the right thing, shout it from the fucking rooftops. But going ahead and preaching your ideals onto somebody else. That shit don't fly. Keep it to your fucking self. If you have an opinion on something, you have an opinion on something. You may say your opinion, but you do not do it to offend, upset, or do anything to anyone else. Okay? That is one thing you do not do. Hello, brother. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I did see you pop in. I'm just on a rant. So, yeah, you go ahead and you scream it from the fucking rooftops. Whatever you believe in, any experiences you may have, anything like that you want to talk about, you fucking talk about it. And that goes to anybody who comes into my chat. If you want to talk about something, we'll talk about it. If I don't believe in it, I don't believe in it. But that's my opinion. Okay? Not too bad, brother. Not too bad. Great to see you. Now all three of you are here. No problem, Pam. Absolutely no problem. Now all three of you are here. I can announce the reason I'm on a Saturday doing a fucking. We are going to talk about boobies. We are going to talk about boobies because I'm doing a strip club right now. I am in my strip club. Right. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here starts in the UK here tomorrow night, 9:00, right? So, and then it goes on every single night from about 9:00 to about 10:30. There will be streams, but they'll probably be only like an hour each. That'll be after I Am a Celeb. So if I'm on later, then go ahead. All right. That's why I'm here on a Saturday. No, Kathy, unfortunately, it's Saturday today, right? So that is why I'm here tonight instead of tomorrow night when I would normally think about streaming. That's why I'm here. So, yeah, just to give you a bit of a heads up on that, why I'm here. Because, yeah, I do not... Oh, these things look like tits. I'm going to put a couple of them up. We need them. This is a bathroom, after all. This is where ladies get naked. Right? So, yeah. Boob lights. Oh, my God. Do you know what? I've actually... Put them side by side. Hang on. There you go. I've actually got a booby mug. I bought it at a car boot sale, unused years ago. And yeah. So yeah, I've got one of them up that's in my cupboard in the kitchen. And when you drink from it, you drink from the nip. It's quite cool. Right. Okay, so let's get some more bathroomy stuff in this staff area, in this beautiful, wonderful, amazing strip club that I am building. So we're going to go with, we'll go with that. Now, why do you want to be a cunt and go this way? Fair enough, you can be a cunt and you can go over here. I don't mind that. That's absolutely fine by me, because another one's going to go there. I don't even know if we can fit another one in. Oh, just barely. Right. We got the showers in for the ladies. We're also going to go with hang on, I need to think about this. Put it over here. Come on, you fucker. There we go. Sink. What else? We need toilets, don't we? Right. Okay. I can't remember where you find that toilet cubicle building kit thing on here, so I'm just going to do it the easy way. I'm going to get some toilets. Put one there. Put one there. Let's see if I can fit another one in over here. Bring it forward. There we go. I'm going to show you guys something in a minute. Oh, you cunt. I can't put it there because that fucking light's there. Why do I keep selling the goddamn ladders when I buy them? Right, let's get it back. Must always remember in future to do the fucking light and last. Ooh, nice one. And it's free, you say, yeah? Kathy, is that on console? Or is that a PC jobby? Right. So we're just going to build some cubicles because I don't know where the kit is to fucking... Do you know what? I'm going to make the cubicles different. I'm going to actually... PS5 and PC. Right, I'm going to have a look. I'll download it once I'm done on here. I'm going to do cubicles, but they're going to be quite small. I'm not building them all the way to the thing because I'm not painting all that up there. Is that tall enough? Maybe go a couple more, eh? Do you know what? I need to show you guys something. I'm coming back to this. So this is just the bathroom area. This is going to be sort of like a changing room and all that other stuff. But I do have a room built. I've got some private rooms upstairs. Would you like to see? If I go upstairs and turn around here, you're going to see what I've done inside of here. I've got a toilet for the customers. A men's toilet. It's very basic, but it's there. It works. I quite like how I've done that. So we've got toilets for the men, but over here is the private rooms. Now, you might think you get 3 in there. Well, these are luxurious. Let me take you inside a private room. We're going to come up here after we're done the dressing room, or the dressing room area downstairs. And we've got to finish this off. I've got to finish a little bit of painting off in here, but you go in here, and you've got a glass wall so you can see everything. We have a bed, and we also have a lit stripper pole in there. XXX on the wall. We also have some nice sofas for you to sit in and watch, and also for your entertainment, we have some lotion and we have some tissues on the table there. Just just there to use really. Purple carpet in here, black on the ceiling over there. I've just got to finish off. Nice one, Kathy. The Diddy room, yep. Exactly. Pam's liking it, but yes, there's one here. That's pretty much done. Just got to fill in the black on the ceiling there. And then over the other side, we've got another one of those rooms as well. Little bit smaller, but still going to work. Going to be the same kind of concept in here. I'm just going to do different colors in here as well. That's just going to be a different color or style of wallpaper, carpet, that kind of thing. So, yeah, the staircase is up here. And yeah, this is what I used to build the music place with the pub. All been knocked through into one. We've got, like I said, we've got a bar area over here, a stage for the middle, a stage over here, and a stage over here as well. And I've got to put the poles up and everything, and this has got to be painted and shit, right? Well, yes, you could do that, but there we go. So that is that. Let's get back into the staff quarters. And yeah, we got some nice things here. We're just gonna finish these cubicles off and give them a quick paint, probably in a white or something. Let me just make sure that is right. Okay, and that goes up to fuck knows where. We'll go there. Maybe it'll match. Maybe it won't. So yeah, I've got 2 more projects that I'm going to do. Like I said, I've got a Christmas house that I'm working on at the moment, but it's only a small house. But I'm going to do it and then I'm going to leave some of it. So on the 23rd, we got something to fucking do, right? Do you know, it looks almost about right, that does. And then across here, we're just going to put doors and walls to make them easier. Same sort of height, the walls. I could have gone straight along there, couldn't I, and saved fucking time. Oh well, never mind. So yes, a few ideas there for what I've been wanting to do. Yeah, I've been wanting to build a strip club on here again for ages. It's just sort of like, waiting for the right property to come along, and sort of like, where am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? Things like that. All right. And there you go. We've got instant cubicles. That's the easiest way of building them. I know there is them walls on here you can put up for the cubicles, but I don't know where to find them. A lot of the stuff on here, I see it and then I completely fucking forget where it is. And I know there's that up there, but do you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to put one more layer of brick across there just to tie that in. There we go. So now, let's play a game of Find the Toilets. So I believe one's around about there. There really is, Kathy. There really is. Cool. So yeah, we got them. There you go. All 3 toilets. Let's just move the toilets more central to the door, so when you open it up, you haven't got a fucking, that one's all right and that one's all right. So that's good. We're just gonna whip a bit of paint on them. Just a standard white, nothing too drastic. Just get them all painted up. So yeah, like I said, I'm a Celebrity starts tomorrow night. So if you, the live streams will still be happening, but they'll probably be like an hour each. And just a little bit later as well, okay? So just bear that in mind. Like I said, I can't tell you when they're going to be because I don't know myself. All I do know is that they will be along at some point. So that's good enough. The bathroom is pretty much done there, so that's that all sorted out. So we've got a bathroom there. Next, who do you reckon will win? Well, me being an Ozzy Osbourne fan and growing, and that I want Jack Osbourne to win. Although Kelly Brook's in there as well, and she's got nice norks. So I don't know. Maybe I would like to see. I think I'd like to see Jack win, but a lot of people are saying, well, it's the sympathy vote and stuff. He's going in there because nice one, Kathy. They're saying he's going in there because of Ozzy. That I don't think is true. Jack wouldn't do that. I mean, yeah, I don't know him personally, but I don't see Jack doing that myself. He's got more class than that. But the thing I'm thinking of is, you know what Ant and Dec are like, and I know it's he's a really nice guy as Jack. It's like, you know what they're like. Every single year they have their thing, don't they? Where they pick up on something or whatever. Now, because Jack Osbourne's in there, because that's Ozzy's kid, are they gonna do something like, I don't know, All Aboard for the beginning of Crazy Train? Are they gonna do something like that? I don't know. I watch their blogs on YouTube. Yeah, I watched their podcasts. There is a new one where they actually talk about Ozzy and everything, and everything. They even cover everything as far as that piece of shit Roger Waters from Pink Floyd. So but yeah, no, I watch them all the time, and it's really good. But yeah, I want Jack to win myself. My daughter is 10 years old, and she loves dancing. She loves singing. My daughter, and this is no lie, no joke, I wouldn't Yeah, yeah, fucking yeah. I agree with Kelly. He is a cunt. He really is. My daughter's 10 years old. She likes all kinds of music, but I would never have thought she'd have got into Ozzy Osbourne. I play him all the time. And I like my retro gear. You know that. I still play records. I play cassettes. I play CDs. I play mini discs. I love that kind of thing. And she wanted me to. She really wanted an Aussie compilation. She's got a tape player, a little one, which a cheapy one, which people say don't sound very good, but once you adjust the belt speed and the azimuth, they sound great. Um, but she wanted quite a few songs, so I've got little mini disc recorders. I bought them this past summer, and I thought to myself, you know what? Let her have one. So I gave her a mini disc recorder that works, and she has had. I've got blank mini discs, and I recorded an Aussie mini disc for her, just random songs. All the songs that she wanted, I put on there, and she loves it. I'm expecting another order very, very soon because yeah. So, but yeah, that's really good. She really enjoys the music, and that's like me. Even musicians. That's another thing we can jump back into the talking point with. I think the greatest to ever do it is Ozzy. I'm not saying that. I'm not a sudden fan. You know I'm not. Some people are, and that pisses me off. I think the greatest to ever do it, rock and metal wise, is Ozzy. And a lot of people, who they're, a lot of people sort of like, have their favourites and stuff. Well, who I consider, my opinion only, who I consider to be the queen of rock and roll is Pat Benatar. Everybody out there should know. If you know Love Is a Battlefield, you know Pat Benatar. I've got all of her albums. I think she's absolutely fucking great, and some of her songs hit hard, and some of them have really good meanings behind them. Some of them has quite sad meanings behind them, and everything. But Pat Benatar is my go-to when it comes to female rock and roll. She was decent, yeah, and Boston agrees. She is my absolute fucking go-to. She is incredible. I will listen to her all day, but I do like other artists as well. You know, I listen to anything. I'll even sit there listen to Bon Jovi, Journey, Europe. I'll listen to Marilyn Manson, Slipknot, Five Finger Death Punch, Arch Enemy, things like that. I'll sit there and listen to things like that. My opinion. Some people might not like it. That's cool. That's their bag. But me personally, I'm always going to be an Aussie fan. I got into Aussie when I was 14 years old. I'm 41 now, and I've listened to him all the time since. Kathy says I like a huge range of music. That's awesome. I don't know why I want to paint that green. It's not going to look green, is it? Yeah, let's go pink or something. A light pink. A very fucking light pink. A dusty pink, if you will. Right, let's get some of that. Right. Let's make a splat on the wall. Just like that person who uses my private room will. Right. I know I've got to paint the ceiling here, and that's going to be a bit of a bitch, but we'll get there. I might not go that far tonight. I might do that in my own time off stream because I can see me getting quite frustrated with that. I'm beginning to regret fucking lifting the ceiling up now. But hey ho, you live and learn. Okay, so right, but yeah, like I said this morning, I didn't say anything this morning because I wasn't fucking streaming this morning. Like I said earlier, in stream, where I listened to this morning, that's better, was Dogma. If you do like rock and metal, I would give them a go. You cheat and use white tile. That's not a bad idea, brother, actually. That's not a bad idea, and it'll probably give it more of a shine. You're not weird at all. I think that's absolutely fucking. That is totally my thing. I love it. I think that's great. That's not weird at all. I'm a metalhead who listens to heavy metal all the time, right? And I'm also a huge lifelong fan of Michael Jackson. You know, so, you know, I mean, I'm going to sound fucking so old now, but a lot of today's music I don't get. I don't understand. Pam is right. I can 100% agree with her there. I just don't understand, you know, half the music today. I mean, oh, I'm definitely fucking weird. Trust me. Fucking hell. You look up the fucking weird in the dictionary, you'll see a picture of fucking me. Trust, you know. We're all weird here, and that's what sets us apart from the fucking wokies. Do you know what? This is going to take some time to do. I'm going to abandon this for now, and I'm going to go and do some work inside the club. So let's go inside here. I'm not going to do downstairs. I'll go up and do these private rooms. Boston says, if you look up in the dictionary crazy ass white boy, you'll find me. There we go. You know, there's a lot. I mean, I still like it to a certain extent. I'm a former goth, right? My mother hated it. She hated it. She took the piss out of me for it. Basically, I had I used to do the makeup. I used to do the you know, everything like that. I used to do the makeup. You know, I still wear gothic clothing to this day. I still wear gothic clothing to this day. I have gothic jewelry. I still have the fucking makeup, but I don't do it anymore. But I call myself a semi-former goth, let's say, because I still love the idea of it. And my wife is as well. My wife's always wearing black. She's always wearing black chains, buckles, you name it, she wears it. It looks so fucking hot. But you know, yeah, my mother hated me for it. She really fucking hated it. I got took the piss out of when she found out I had, you know, used makeup and stuff like that. She called me a transvestite. She called me all these, and I'm not. I'm 100% straight. Doesn't matter if you are or not. Doesn't matter if you're straight, gay, whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. Right? That doesn't bother me. I have family members who are batting for the other team, and I'm totally cool with it. And, you know, and I don't treat them any different to anybody. Neither should anybody else, you know. And, you know, but my mum hated me for it. Took the piss out of me and everything. It didn't stop me. It didn't stop me, but I just kept going with it. They just don't understand the music scene. No, honestly, they don't. You know, I absolutely fucking love it. And it doesn't mean I'm evil or satanic or anything like that. I said earlier, I accept Jesus as my Lord and Savior, which I do, 100%. But I don't sort of like, you know, if you saw me, well, if even when I was like that, if you saw me, see me and you'd think, what the fuck? I still have, I used to have lip piercings, they're gone. I've still got my nose piercing and I've still got my eyebrow piercing and my ears. I've still got that part of me. But absolutely, brother, 100%. God is good. And, I don't really, don't really give a shit if people understand me or not, quite frankly. It's my life, my decision, has nothing to do with it. And, but it doesn't help when family members can't accept it and they take the piss all the time. I mean, we all know that. I mean, I do have family members who watch YouTube, and some of them even sometimes watch my stream. Kathy says, we used to call my mum Mrs. Bucket from that TV show, and my poor dad was the husband in that show. Keeping up appearances. Good old Hyacinth, God rest her soul. She recently passed. Yeah. Yeah, we used to watch that all the time. I love even that, the old classic comedy. I love it so much. It's better than most of the shit they put on now. It really is. I can't name a good comedy which is on right now. Even sitcoms have got drab, PC, woke. Oh no, I know what we're going to do up here. We're not going to paint it pink. I can't think of a good one. The old classics I like. They would never, ever, ever, ever fucking show right now. Not in today's climate, but Love Thy Neighbor. That was a fucking good one. In Sickness and in Health, that's a fucking good one. Only Fools, an absolute classic. You've got, like you say, Keeping Up Appearances, fantastic. 2.4 Children, amazing. Porridge, fucking fantastic. The Young Ones, brilliant. Anything like that, I'm totally down with it. The Benny Hill, fucking hell, Benny Hill show, yeah. I remember him. He drove the fastest milk cart in the West, Well, his horse did. Good old Ernie. Your dad bloody loved that, yeah. Yeah, my dad was into the comedies. His favourite were the two Ronnies. Kenny Everett, oh God, yes, legend. He was a very hard-working man, he was, Kenny Everett. There's so much. There's so much good stuff out there that they wouldn't fucking show now. Instead, we've got to sit there with some gormless-looking little, twat who fucking, and it's just so terrible now. It's one of them. That one, I'm not gonna. Well, no, not that wallpaper either. The diamonds. Oh, we could make it look sexy. Come on then. Fucking throat's going again. Hang on. I need the hard stuff. Water. Yeah. Yeah, oh, mate, yeah. Dave Allen, yeah. Absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. We're going to go with... We could go with a pink theme in this. I don't know. That might look a little cheap. That might look... I mean, that to me looks a little bit cheap brothel. So I might go red. I mean, even that does a little bit, but it's kind of seedy as well, which I like. So I'm going to go with... Let the seediness begin, is what I say. Plenty of the fucker. Let's slap it on the fucking walls. Slap on the walls, slap it on our arse cheeks. Okay. So yeah, it's all good stuff. We live in such a fucked up world right now where we have to. I'm sorry, but I have to get back to the music. What the fuck is all that about? Seriously. I mean, yeah, my kids get it. I don't, when I was their age, my mum and dad didn't get what I listened to. I would come home and I would blast rock music. I would play, I'd always play Michael Jackson. I even, don't mind a spot of rap. Don't mind a bit of Eminem. My son is huge on Eminem. He has all the albums, and he, back in the day, they didn't understand it, and I guess, now I'm getting older, I'm kind of turning into them, where I don't seem to really understand, the whole music scene, like, what it is now. But half of it today isn't fucking music, is it? It's auto-tuned fucking nonsense. I mean, there's one song that my daughter, would always fucking sing. It came out like the beginning of the year. APT and Bruno Mars. I like a lot, but no pop music. Bullshit, never liked it. Yeah. There's that new fucking, well, that came out at the beginning of the year. Bruno Mars it is, and APT. And all it fucking is literally a song called Ah-ba-da-ba-da. That's it. I'm like, what? No, there is a misheard lyric for it, which is better. The misheard lyric is I got out my tit, which I kind of prefer. But, yeah. It's so shit. Thank you. I agree. I agree with that. Utter dog shit. You are right. Yes. I mean, this whole new K-pop Demon Hunters is a thing, Netflix show, right? And all the songs sound the fucking same. It's just, it's just complete fucking nonsense. Nobody makes music the way that they used to. How many, honestly, of these musicians out there can honestly say that they play an instrument, and when they make an album, they play that instrument on their album? Yeah. So, that's just it. But I think the things that are improving in a way are, well, I say improving. Movies. I watched one last night. Um, I got the Blu-ray, and I don't even think that's actually out over here yet, even though I don't know if I should say that or not. But it came from Hong Kong. I ordered it on eBay, and it came on Blu-ray, called Queen of the Rings, a true story about a wrestler called Mildred Burke. And I've been a wrestling fan since I was 7 years old. I still am. I literally watched WWE Friday Night SmackDown tonight. Um, after the kids went up and everything, me and my wife always watch, all the wrestling events. Um, and I just love it. And last night we watched this movie, and it was fucking fantastic. Oh, cool, cool. I was going to say I got another one like that as well, which is a horror movie, a new horror movie that's called Together, and that stars Alison Brie, and she's in Glow from Netflix, which is the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. She's recently done this horror movie, and it's a bit weird, which is what I like, but it's really good as well. If you're into your horror, I recommend it. It's called Together. Yeah, cool, cool. Right, there we go. So that's that bit done. So now we're getting to the meat and potatoes of it here. Let me get rid of the wallpaper. Now, you'd think I'm going to go red carpet. I'm not. I'm going to go maybe sort of like a greyish kind of carpet or something up here. Before I do that, though, we need to let people know what the fuck's behind these doors. So let's get some decorating done, shall we? So I'm going to go a blackish grey. Yeah, that's what I'm after. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I could do that, but I might go for some of these new letters that are down here. So I'm thinking maybe let's go for these ones and I'll just change the color and shit. So right. Dark and seedy for the win. Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm going to go for these. So let me. Right. Here we go. I've got to call them private showrooms. Get on the wall. How's it looking so far? Good, 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 good. Lovely. Right. Okay. Get up, you fucker. That's what she said. Hey. Pricks and tits. Fuck yeah. Love it. Fucking love it. And then we'll go from about there, S-H-O-W. Yeah, that'll work. So under the I. Right. H. Very 70s sort of vibe to this. Quite like that, actually. Right, we're getting there. And there's got to be neon involved here as well. There we go, private showrooms. And we'll go into here and we'll go just a couple of these numbers here. We'll just recolor them. What the fuck material is that? There we go, that'll fucking do. I don't want a 0 though, do I? One. Two. There we go. We've got 2 private showrooms. Let's get a bit of neon up on here. I'm not going to go too crazy with it. I'm going to try and actually go for some dark neon on it. If that makes any sense at all, because some of these are really fucking bright. I can tone it down a bit, sure, but as a matter of fact, I might do that. Let me tone it down to about 83, and then we'll go for any glory holes. Oh, I don't know. That's not a bad idea. I'm sure I could fit them in somewhere. Purple neons, he reckons? I'll go for that. I'm more than happy to take that suggestion, brother. Good shout by Boston there. There we go. Private showrooms. You know what? Let's get them above the doors as well. And then they can fucking fleck through to the other side. Like this game tends to do to you. Right. Come on, don't be a cunt. There we go. And that certainly brightens it up here as well. So yes, we've got the private showrooms up top. Now let's get this carpet on the floor. Me and Kathy are on the same wavelength when it comes to that. A blackish grey. So let's choose, well, fluffy. Let's just call it what it is. A good old shag. That's what it is. So a blackish grey. Thank you, Pam. I appreciate that. You're awesome. Let's go blackish grey. We could do... I'm going to go like that because that's in between both. And let's literally just put it round. I think I'm going to need more fucking carpet than this, but we can soon grab some. You know, it's not like life or death, is it? You know. So yeah. Well, should we talk about here tonight? Anyone got any suggestions? I know what we could talk about. Is there such thing as the perfect vagina? Hang on, no, I don't want to know. No, I won't do that. I don't know. What should we talk about? I ain't got no fucking ideas. I'm just here to chill, you know? Chill with my mates, and, you know, my 3 besties are on there with me right now, so that's all awesome. Okay. Only if it surrenders to you in marriage. Then I got it. There we go. Smash the like button. Thank you so much, Pam. You are incredible. Thank you so much. So what's everybody been doing then today? It is the weekend after all. What has everybody been doing today? I personally have been actually doing a fair bit of housework today, and like I said, this morning I had music on. I had some music on this morning, had some Dogma on, then I put some more music on whilst just doing some housework. Wife went out shopping, and so it was fucking dreadful weather yesterday. There is a storm, Claudia, over here right now. And yesterday it literally pissed down all day. So, you know, I stayed in today while the wife... Pam says, I never slept last night, so slept through the day. Yeah, sometimes it's good to do that. I've been doing that. I'm not too fucking proud to admit it. Most afternoons I lay on the sofa and I just fucking fall asleep. I'm just knackered. Kathy says, was horrific up north. We had hurricane winds. Fucking hell. Was there much damage done to properties? Because I've seen on the news that they've had quite a lot of flood damage in places. So yeah, I hope nothing got too damaged where you are, Kathy. But fuck, yeah, a lot of people have been suffering with some pretty bad damage from these fucking winds and stuff. Absolutely fucking dreadful, but it's getting colder. It certainly is getting colder. I think that's from this week. Felt like my caravan was going to get ripped apart. The scary was scary. The noise was horrific. Yeah. I imagine. I mean, a caravan that probably would because obviously you're sort of like just you know. I mean, is your caravan sort of like anchored down to the ground, or is it just sort of like propped up kind of thing? Shit, brother. Two thunderstorms so far in November, and a bloody hell, man. Here we just here the winds got up a little bit, and they didn't fucking it didn't do too much damage here. Um, but it was the winds got up a little bit and it just pissed down all day. But that's like I said today. I've done housework and I had music on. That's all I've done. Pam says Boston, you should film it. That would be quite interesting to see, actually. Nice one. New Oklahoma. Yeah. Fucking yeah. That'd be quite good actually. You do that, bro. Yeah. No, I'm gonna tomorrow's a piss easy day as well, really. Um I've got to do the thing I don't like to do tomorrow. I do it every day though. That's actually ring my mother. I have to do that fucking twice a day. It's ridiculous. I shouldn't have to, but there you go. But tomorrow's a piss easy day, really. Tomorrow morning, I'm probably going to be on this, to be fair. And then tomorrow lunchtime, there's a channel over here. They show really, really old films and old TV stuff. It's called Talking Pictures TV. And if you're in the UK, I don't know about anywhere else, but if you're in the UK, you might remember a show from years back called Wurzel Gummidge. That's on there. That's on there every Sunday, and also there is after that is the 1966 Batman TV show that my son and daughter are pretty into, so we'll watch that as well. And then I'll probably be sort of like down to gaming in the afternoon with my son, and then they'll go and get their stuff ready for school the next day and shit like that. Just a bit of an easy day tomorrow. So yeah, looking forward to that. But yeah, I just thought I'd come on tonight because of I'm a Celeb. So please, for God's sake, remember that. I won't be. I will be streaming, but they will be later, and they will be literally only sort of like the streams will probably be like 45 minutes to an hour long each. Okay, I'll do my best in what I can. Yeah, Adam West. Yep. Yeah, there's a TV channel, Kathy, called Talking Pictures TV. I don't know what number it will be for you, depending on what service you've got, but I think on Freeview I think it's like 82, something like that. It's definitely in the 80s anyway. So that's on there tomorrow lunchtime. If you'll fancy a bit of nostalgia with Wurzel and the good old Aunt Sally, then that's what I'll be watching. So yeah, that's pretty cool. They do show really old films on there as well. I mean, they show films from the 1940s on there. I don't mind a black and white film. I mean, the only black and white film I've sat and watched recently is Psycho. But right, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Right. So there we go. That's the upstairs portion of that done. And also like I did show you, I did do the toilets, the men's toilets. We've got some lovely blue neon around the top. I really like how this has come out. We've got the dividers right there, some sinks, and also, a separate room there with a shitter in it. So that's all pretty fucking standard. Okay, how long have we been streaming is the question. It's been an hour and 10. Right. I'll go another 5 minutes and then I think I will be coming off. Okay, so out here as well, you'll see what I've done. All it was here, I've literally just concreted it all in. I'm going to resurface it for the car park. Boston says, great work. Thank you, bro. There is a lot of shit on TV, yeah. I appreciate that, my brother. Thank you. Right. Let's get some... I don't know why I've got a Hoover out here and I can't sweep, but there we go. I think they should bring that in, a proper fucking like yard broom kind of thing, so you can sweep the mess up. Fucking can't stand mess. That's for real. I cannot fucking stand mess, I'm doing housework every fucking day, and it's like, oh, never. Well, you got kids, it never does end anyway. But you know what I mean, right? Yes, this is the old laundrette building. That's the same one I built the metal club out of, Kathy. The same place. Only this time it's going to be a strip club, because that's how I roll. Right. And we've got some stages here. We've got the bar area. It's going to be pretty cool once it's done. Next time I come on, whenever that'll be, it'll probably be close to done. Excellent. Thank you, Kathy. So yeah, but we've got a fairway on here tonight, I think. So I think we will go into the lovely changing room area, what's going to be, and I'll finish probably in here off tomorrow, so that's probably where I'll save it so it loads in here. And yes, I'm going to go. Pam says, a lot of hard work. Well done. Thank you so much, Pam. That does mean a lot to me. But yes, it is time for me to go now, guys. Thank you all for watching. A massive shout out to Kathy and Pam and Boston for coming in. I really do appreciate it. You are more than welcome, Pam. Thank you so much. I will be on again, but in the week at some point, but that will be later. So don't worry about that. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate that. So all that's left for me to say now is, Kathy says, yeah, good job tonight. Bye all. Cheers, Kathy, mate. Appreciated. You're awesome. Thank you for coming in. So yeah, a couple of things you can do for me first, guys, is anybody who's watching this, you can go fucking right now and subscribe to the Queen of the Flipper, Pam's Game TV 2000. Seriously, there is no other one on House Flipper who does builds like hers. Hers are second to none. They are fucking incredible. She puts so much detail, so much work into her builds. So please go and subscribe to Pam's Game TV 2000. You will not be disappointed. Also, my brother from another mother, Mr. Boston Tea Party, all the way there across the pond. You're more than welcome, Pam. He does incredible builds on House Flipper as well. Plus, he likes to play with his hose and fiddle with his nozzle. So if you want to see things like that, then you need to go and subscribe to my bro, Mr. Boston Tea Party, right here on YouTube. The king of the mansions on Flipper, has to be said. And he does so many other great games as well. So please go and join that man, because he truly deserves your like, your love, and your subscriptions, as does Pam. But I'm going to get out of here now. I will be back some point in the week. It will be later, so please be mindful of that. But thank you for listening tonight. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your rest of your weekend, guys. Take care. Goodbye, all, and to each and every single one of you out there, stay safe. Stay happy, and God bless you all. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.